South Africa is home to some of the most dangerous and elusive criminals in the world, many of whom have made it onto the Interpol Most Wanted list. These criminals have committed a range of crimes, from drug trafficking to murder, and their capture is a top priority for law enforcement agencies around the world. This is South Africa's most wanted Interpol Red Notice criminals who are roaming our streets. Please be careful. The Interpol Red Notice serves as a powerful tool in the fight against crime, as it enables law enforcement agencies worldwide to share information and cooperate in the apprehension of wanted criminals. The 7 individuals on the South Africa Most Wanted list, who are also on the Interpol Red Notice list, are considered to be among the most dangerous and elusive criminals in the country. The fact that these individuals are still at large is a cause for concern, not only in South Africa, but also globally. Their capture would not only bring justice to their victims, but would also serve as a deterrent to others who may consider engaging in criminal activities. It is important to note that the fight against crime requires the cooperation of all stakeholders, including law enforcement agencies, governments, and the public. The Interpol Wanted list serves as a reminder that criminals cannot operate with impunity, and that law enforcement agencies will not rest until they are brought to justice. But unfortunately, South Africa has proven weak in the fight against violent crimes. Thousands of South Africans are killed on a daily basis in our streets. It is proven that in South Africa, you are more likely to die from house robbery, hijacking, or mugging than to die of natural causes, which says a lot about the strength of the law enforcement agencies in the fight against criminals. You are not safe in South Africa. Whether you're in your house or on your way, you're at a high risk as long as these individuals are still in our streets. This is suspect case number 00531. This female is a South African citizen, wanted in over 15 countries for drug smuggling, human trafficking, kidnapping, and money laundering. She was last seen in Brazil, but is now believed to be in South Africa. The suspect is the mastermind in the kidnapping of teenage girls to recruit them for international drugs smuggling syndicates. She has recruited many young South African females to the criminal syndicate. The syndicate is linked to have originated from Nigeria, but is operating in South Africa, and it is suspected to have trafficked over $2 billion worth of drugs abroad. This is case number 0038. The suspect is wanted in 3 countries for murder, car hijacking, and escaping police custody. This criminal is highly dangerous. The individual is suspected to be of Namibian origin, but he resides and has a South African citizenship. It is believed through intelligence that the suspect is still in South Africa. The suspect is believed to be armed and dangerous and should not be approached, but call the crime-stopping hotline of South Africa. The suspect was under police custody in South Africa, but managed to escape imprisonment, as it is common in South Africa, but among foreign criminals. It is believed he might have bribed his way out of prison and is still loose on South African streets. This is suspect number 00305, wanted in South Africa for rape and murder. This serial killer is wanted for the killing and rape of 62 women in the country. The following suspect is suspect 00203. The suspect is wanted for murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and attempted murder. The suspect is of an Indian origin, but now has a South African citizenship. He is believed to still be in the country. The suspect is wanted in South Africa for 3 murders related to his business partners. He is believed to still been inside the country, but using a different identity. The police are closely monitoring his close associates, and all his assets have been frozen. Case 00730 is 3 suspects suspected of murder and violation of the Gaming Act. Gaming AML compliance is a set of procedures and controls gaming providers develop to prevent and combat money laundering, terrorist financing, and other financial crimes. This usually includes KYC, which falls into the CDD program required by the regulators. The 3 individuals are part of a bigger network of organized criminal organizations linked to terrorism financing. They used illegal gaming to generate finance that sponsored terrorism in the African continent. As much as we still have those notorious criminals on our streets, there are some success stories of criminals being put behind bars. These are some of the lengthiest jail terms handed down to perpetrators in the country after being found to have committed a string of heinous crimes. Cedric Mathe, serving a 1,340-year prison sentence for 27 murders he committed in South Africa between 1996 and 1997. Mogale was also convicted of 26 attempted murders, 14 rapes, and 41 robberies. And Jack Mogale, serving 16 life terms and an additional 23 years for murdering 16 people, raping 19 victims, and kidnapping 9 others during his reign of terror in Western area and Lenasia between 2008 and 2009. For tourists coming to the country South Africa, there are some few tips on the South African Police Service website to keep safe whiles in the country, but for the rest of the country, lock yourself in gated neighborhoods, and if you cannot afford that lifestyle, you are doomed to early death on South African streets.
But I'm about to meet a woman who says despite all of the security, she was held at gunpoint in her own home, and the burglars cleaned them out. The mother of 2 suspects criminals got information from someone who knew them.
We were sleeping and we were attacked in our house by 2 or 3 guys. They came in through this window that we'd left open for the cats. Before I knew it, I had a gun to my head here. They yanked the duvet off. I had electrical cable hanging here with my hairdryer. They took that, broke it off, tied us up. They found my husband's gun. They found the safe. They helped themselves to our wedding rings, whatever you want. They even took my makeup.
In 2001, former President F.W. de Klerk's ex-wife was killed in a secure apartment block. In this case, getting into the community was no problem. A security guard who worked there was convicted for the murder.
Another villain deserving of consideration on this list is Ananias, an infamous Zimbabwean armed robber and serial rapist. Although Ananias was never found guilty of murder, unlike every other criminal on this list, the sheer volume of people he raped merit him a place on the list of the most evil. He was also the only offender to have escaped C-Max prison, which offers the highest level of protection. Ananias received a 54-year prison term after being found guilty on 67 of 17 counts, including attempted murder, robbery, rape, attempted rape, and theft. He later died in 2016 at the King Edward VIII Hospital in Durban. It was later discovered he escaped prison after paying warders an $80,000 bribe. Thanks for watching the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe.